Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We hear the word trust, and sometimes we pause. That word trust is so important. When you have trust in someone, you feel as if you can give them information. You can share with them your deepest thoughts. You can rely on them on the good times and on the bad times. What happens when people take advantage of your trust? What happens when you feel as if someone in your life has lost that trust? We're going to talk about that today. Trust is so important. So I pose the question, who do you trust? And who do you put your trust into? Have Faith, Let It Begin, Thursday edition, September 16th, 2021, starts right now.
Check this out. Broadcasting live worldwide.
Hi, Daddy.
Ariel, can you say, have faith?
Again.
On June 16th, 2018, a show designed for you, the Daily Commuter, went live. A weekly show all about faith. A show with motivational topics, inspirational stories, and personal testimony set out to change the world.
Have faith, let it begin. One day you'll say it. Can you say, have faith, let it begin? Huh? Yeah. Yeah? Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Ariel, can you say, have faith?
Again.
Let it begin?
Again.
Say, have faith.
Again.
Let it begin.
No.
No? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's a Thursday edition of Have Faith, Let It Begin. This is Angel, and I hope that all of you are having a beautiful morning as we drive all of us into this rain and crazy thunderstorms that happened early this morning. Folks, the word trust. How many times have we take that word for granted? Or have we had many people come in and out of our lives that we felt that we have put our trust into, only to find out that they just weren't trustworthy? You know, we can go so many ways about this because this topic is extremely powerful. This title is powerful. I think I'm going to begin with growing up. When I was a child, I always believed and I trusted in my parents. I trusted in my parents to give me the type of home behavior, the way that my parents raised me, and the way that my father and my mother always made me feel as if I can trust them to tell them anything. What was great about my parents, and what is great about my parents, is that they're not my friends. They're my parents first. I have said many times they're my best friends, but they are my parents first. When I say they're my best friends, it's because I'm trying to give them more accolades, more title, a better title than the one they already have, which is mom and dad. Trusting in your parents is important. Believing in them is another. As we get older, and I've gotten older, and I had to go out into the world and face the realities that there are people out there that are not trustworthy. That the people that you put your trust into can hurt you, can backstab you, can make you feel as if you were making the worst decision of your life. I remember being in my early 20s and putting my trust into friends. And those friends betrayed me. They allowed me to think that the girl that I was in love with, madly in love with, was in love with me too. They all knew that she was cheating. They all kept their silence. Eventually, I had to figure it out on my own by walking and basically confronting and seeing it with my very own eyes. Moving away was probably the best bet in my mindset at that time. Moving away and trying to find myself to be something different. Well, not even different. Let me rephrase that. I just didn't know who I was. But all that trust that I had in my friends and in the person that I loved disappeared. It was hard to trust people ever again. But I could always rely on my parents because they were trustworthy people. Throughout my 6 years in Providence, Rhode Island, I encountered many different people. Many of you know that I've had those crazy date stories. Many of you have heard them. Many of you have heard stories of which I was accused of doing things that I never would think or imagine. I would lose the trust of others because of somebody else's words. I would lose my trust in people because they didn't believe me when I told them it wasn't me. Years later, the truth had came out, and then the apologies started to pour in. We're sorry. We should have believed you from the beginning. And I forgave them, but I did not continue the friendships because my trust for them was gone. Having trust in your teachers, having trust in your pastor, having trust in your abilities to do all that you can to be successful. Trust is key. Moving on into my life, I remember putting my trust in God. Discovering that He was the only one, aside from my parents, that I can put my whole faith and trust into. He was the one that no matter how bad things got, no matter how bad I felt about myself, no matter how wrong at times I could be, I could put my trust and my faith in Him. He allowed me to forgive myself. He allowed me the ability to gain courage, confidence, determination. He allowed me to discover my gifts, my treasures. And no matter how bad things get or have gotten, no matter how many times I've said to myself, why? Why did this have to happen? I always put my trust in Him. I never lost my faith to the point of which I could not put any trust in the Lord. Has my faith been tested? Absolutely. Were there times where I've doubted to a certain extent my faith? Yes, because I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I did have those feelings at times. But there was always something in my gut, something always inside of me that told me, don't lose your faith. Don't lose your trust in the Lord. Many of us will go through life trusting in so many different people, putting our faith into so many different people. And many of them will hurt us. Many of them will make us feel as if we have done something wrong. Many of them will make us feel as if God is not the person to put our faith into, our trust into. Don't listen to those people. Listen to your heart. Trust in your faith. Believe in yourself. Because when you have all those things, when you can believe in yourself, when you can trust in God, everything, and I mean everything, folks, and anything is possible. You know, we're 24 hours away from my surgery. And somebody had asked me, and I thank you, by the way, in advance for your thoughts and prayers. I thank you for all the text messages and emails. Somebody had asked me, are you nervous? Are you scared? And I remember saying to my friend Brian, actually, and to my mom, I said, yeah, I'm a little nervous. But every time I finish that sentence, I'm reminded in my heart that there's nothing to fear. That no matter what I do, no matter where I go, no matter how scared or worried I may be, I have to put my trust in God and know that He will be in that room with me. So let me close with this. We all have many different ways that we think and we treat others and how we go our everyday life. Many of us are going to put our trust in some people. Many of us are going to lose that trust. Most of us will gain trust from others. It is our job, it is our way of life to remember that no matter what happens in life, no matter how many poor decisions we may make tomorrow or even today, we have to remember to put our trust in ourselves. We have to remember to put our trust, our faith, and our abilities to do the right thing. And if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling betrayed, if you're feeling as if you don't know where to turn because your trust has diminished, or maybe others have lost their trust in you, the only best explanation I can give you is by trying to put your trust and your faith in the Lord. You see, when you gain your trust, when you put your trust in God, your faith grows stronger, brighter than anything you will ever imagine. You will gain all the love, all the support that you can even imagine. And when you're feeling as if you are in that position where maybe, just maybe, things can get a little bit hazy or hectic, close your eyes and do what I do. This is what I do. I close my eyes sometimes like, God, let me tell you, man, I can't take much more. I need your help, all right? And just pause. And when you pause, thank Him for what He's given you. Thank Him for everything that He will give you. And remember, God loves you. God believes in you. God trusts you. God will never leave your side. Because our Heavenly Father created you in His image. He has put His trust in you, in us, to go out, live our life, and try to change the world. May God be with you. May He shine His light upon you and grant each and every one of you peace on earth. Allow me to speak to my daughter, Ariel, and my unborn son. As your father, I promise to put all my trust in you. I promise to be a very trustworthy father, and your mother as well. We will do everything in our power to try our very best to keep you out of harm's way. But we know in life you're going to come to a point where some people are going to hurt you. Some people are going to try to steal your joy. Just know that no matter how bad of a day you have, no matter how hard tomorrow may bring, there are 2, 3 people in this world that will see you for who you really are. A child of God, and someone I'm so proud of. And that is God, your mother, and me. I love you, Ariel, and I love you, baby boy Santana, because I can't say your name yet. It's a surprise. I hope all of you enjoyed today's episode, and tomorrow is my surgery day. I have trust in my surgeon. I have trust that all of you will help me with prayer. And I have trust in Dr. Eanelli, who is going to fill in for me while I'm off. And trust and believe you'll hear from me again. Have faith. Let it begin. Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. You know, we're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right, you and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you know you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day.